Hey everyone, welcome back to Cricut Design Space Tutorials. I am Cricut Coach Rebecca from Hobson Hospitality, and today I wanted to do Text 101 Part B. So if you didn't catch Text 101 for beginners, please go back to our channel and make sure you catch that, where we show you the easy way to do some letter spacing when fonts have characters separated out. But today I want to show you another trick that you can use when the font is not necessarily symmetrical. Not all fonts have letters that are equally spaced, and so sometimes the letter spacing trick that we used will not work. So let's open a new canvas today so that I can show you the resolution to that simple problem. So I am going to type my name, Rebecca, and I happen to know that there is a font called Aphrodite Pro. So if you want to follow along, it is one of the fonts supplied in Cricut Access. And I will click on this one. And as you can see, let's go ahead and make it bigger. As you can see, some font styles that are curved or have more calligraphy aspects to them can create this dynamic where each letter is awkwardly spaced. So you'll see if I go up to the letter space tool that we used in part 1 and I try to downsize, the letters here are not equally spaced, so they will not be able to work with this letter space tool and end up equally spaced apart. Now, rather than what I used to do when I was a beginner, so no problem if you do this sometimes, but I sat here and I did one letter at a time, and I'd copy and paste and I'd change the letter so that I could move them together. I think we did that in part 1 as well. But you don't have to do that even in this situation with fonts that don't work with the letter spacing. What you can do is go up to the same row, but rather than letter space, go all the way to the right where there is Advanced, and you will see the letter E and the letter I in boxes and a drop-down menu. With your word selected, click that drop-down menu under Advanced, and you will see Ungroup 2 letters. Click that, and you will notice that now when I click on the word, each letter is individually selectable. I can move these letters if I want to. They are no longer one piece. So let's undo because I don't want these letters moved today. But now what we are able to do is drag each letter one at a time and place them so that they look good next to one another. Now, one thing you can do, depending on the font and the word you're using, is highlight the letters that you want lined up, and you can go up to this tool on the top and see Align with a drop-down menu, and you can choose to align these, which will tell the ruler to snap each piece into place so that you can be sure that your letters are perfectly straight once you've manually moved them. So in this case, I can align the bottom, and you'll see that all of the letters snapped into place flat. Now I could not do that with the R because it would try to align with the very bottom, this tail of the R, and it would not work out well. And we'll talk about alignment more in another video. But for now, all you have to know is if you are a perfectionist and you have manually moved these, the Align tool is a way that you can make sure your pieces are back straight together. One fun thing about moving letters individually is that you now have flexibility to make each individual letter larger and smaller, and there's some really cool things we can do with that that we will add to the later projects. But I like to, even with just a name, sometimes you can unlock a letter and change its proportions so that it doesn't have to add up with the rest. Maybe you want to start with a large capital letter and add some design around it. Now make sure when you are done with the project and you are ready to go to cut or print that you select the whole project and either attach or weld. And we have plenty of materials reminding you the differences between grouping, attaching, and welding. I know that they can sound very similar at first, and in some cases, a couple of options will work. In others, you have to select the right one, but don't be overwhelmed. We give you resources and cheat sheets for all of that. Just remember at the end of a project, if you don't do one of those items, you will not get these letters to come out in the order you want. And in the case of a name, that can be pretty important. So, thank you for joining us and sticking with us through part 2 of the introduction to text in Cricut Design Space. If you're looking for more beginner Cricut Design Space tutorials, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our website at hopsandhospitality.com/Cricut Design Space, where we are building out a Cricut coaching program to make sure that you are not too intimidated to take your amazing Cricut Explore Air or Cricut Maker or Cricut Joy machine out of that box. So we're looking forward to seeing you back with us again soon. And please make sure to send us a message if you have a request for the next video topic. Bye.